Hi guys, I am back in Sweden, and as you can probably see from how I'm dressed, it's cold. I've been biking around the city today, had some errands and things for the 3 days I'm here. Kind of feeling that urgency of time, and at the same time, then trying to remind myself that that being caught up in time is a game that you can never win. So trying to go to bed quite early, which is not really something I've been really good at, but feels so nice actually. It's also the adrenals are telling me um, that they need some care, and I've been actually off coffee for a little bit more than a year, which is something that I didn't realize how much caffeine could actually affect me and the human being, before I stopped. Um, and now if I have a cup of coffee, like my body really, I've maybe done it 2 or 3 times during this year, and I can feel how strong it is. And before that, I could drink. I wouldn't really drink it in a normal cup of coffee. I would drink like tea mugs of filter coffee, which is more caffeine than espresso. When I was working in France or in Europe, I would just have that instead of actually even eating sometimes. So I've really been in that trap of efficiency a lot of my life, and had that urgency um, to be done with things, and having a sense of guilt that not before I've done that, I'm not allowed to take care of myself before this deadline, or before I've done this much, or I'm not allowed to go to sleep before I've come this far. So really, I've been looking at that has come to me this week, and I've been feeling, waking up with a little bit of anxiety, and really asked myself where that comes from, and actually into like doing the shadow work. It's like I've been reclaiming what is it that, what is it in there. And it has felt a little bit as a victim state, but when I went into it, I realized there is a kind of anger. Actually, I'm angry. I was angry, I thought, with the system and with everything, like I have the responsibility to do and what society asks for us. And I felt like I was angry with them, somehow. And then I took it back, and I started to like speak to it, why are you guys doing this to me? And then I realized it was like there's not really anybody on the other side. So then I was speaking to myself, like if I was the person who kind of is that slave driver. And then I was like, why are you putting so much pressure on me? And then I became really emotional. I started to cry because I realized how much pressure that I'm putting on myself, and how much responsibility I'm taking on my shoulders. And it was really that reclaiming process of owning your disowned feeling somehow. And for me, with an open ego center, with an open emotional center in human design, it's been hard for me to even allow the feeling of anger. So to reclaim that, and actually see that it's my own anger, but it's also me who is the slave driver. uh, so that's the kind of shadow work um, that I've been in this week, which is also, I want to say that life really gives us the opportunity to do shadow work. So I'm not for really psychotherapy, or go and dig in what it is that is there for you that you haven't seen. I really believe that when you walk life, those situations are going to come up, and you're gonna either you're gonna have to distract yourself, you don't feel it, or you're gonna be uh, listening to your body, and to your both your physical body and your emotional body. And when something comes up, you look at it, and that's the best way, I feel, of doing shadow work. Not going to look for the shadow, not staying in the shadow and digging, but when we have these opportunities to come up, then really say yes, and really go deeper, and really allow everything that is in the emotional body to come up to the surface. because there's so many disowned feelings and many things that we don't allow ourselves to think or to express. So when that can be taken back and we can look at it, it's like we become all these parts of us that are fragmented. Suddenly we have the possibility to claim them back and to become, again, like one being and not so many. It's like we say that people that have multiple personalities, but we all have these fragments of ourselves that are disowned and that often we can blame others for. So that's the whole thing about projection. Many times a very good way is to see what is it that we get frustrated about in others or irritated, and then look, how does that apply to me, to my life, to what I'm pushing away, or to what I haven't owned in my own experience. So without getting to, it wasn't this I was going to talk about. I was going to speak about something else, but I guess that this is really what wanted to come through. So yeah, I would love to hear others' experiences, and I'll be back soon. Bye.